Hello everyone, this is Sameda Hegde. I'm interning with Lexis and Company. I'm a third year law student studying in Ramaya College of Law, Bengaluru. And today I'm going to be discussing about Directors under Companies Act 2013. So first we'll talk about who can be appointed as a director. Appointment of a director is a very crucial and also a procedural requirement in a company, and it has to be fulfilled by every company. An individual can become a director of the company, but however, a legal entity or an artificial person, for example, an association, a company, a firm, or any corporate body, cannot become director of a company. Then, generally, in a public or a private company, which is a subsidiary of a public company, two-thirds of the number of directors are appointed by shareholders, and the remaining one-third are appointed according to articles of association of the company. And the articles of a public or private company or a subsidiary of a public company may provide for retirement of all the directors at annual general meeting. And then we have appointment of managing directors. A managing director must be an individual who can be appointed. He can be appointed for a maximum period of 5 years at a time. And a person who is already a managing director or manager of a public company or private company subsidiary of a public company can become the managing director or manager of only one other company at a time. So, and this has to be done with the prior approval of the board of such company. However, these restrictions are not applicable to manager of a purely private company. Then we can talk about the remuneration for directors. In case of a public company or a private company which is a subsidiary of a public company, the remuneration payable is subject to the provisions of Companies Act, and it may be determined by the articles, or if the articles so provide, by a special resolution of the company in a general meeting. So, what are the qualifications required for directors? The Companies Act does not prescribe any qualification for directors of any company. An Indian company may therefore, in its articles, it can specify or stipulate the conditions or qualifications required for directors. The Companies Act limits the specified share qualification of directors, which can be prescribed in a public company or a private company which is a subsidiary of a public company. And then we can talk about a retirement of directors. So in any public company or private company which is a subsidiary of a public company, one-third of the directors must retire at every annual general meeting. However, every retiring director is also eligible for reappointment, and if vacancy is not fulfilled and meeting has not expressly resolved to fill such vacancy, then the person will be deemed to have been reappointed. The one who is retiring at that annual general meeting will be deemed to have been reappointed if no one else has been appointed, and they will be appointed until the next election meeting, unless this person is also unwilling to be the director in when they get the chance to be reappointed. So then we have removal of directors. So a director can be removed by an ordinary resolution of a general meeting. After a special notice has to be served first, and then in a general and then by in a general meeting through a resolution, a director can be removed. And this is not applicable to directors appointed by proportional representation or directors who are appointed by the central government itself. Um, and the Companies Act does not actually talk about the resignation of any of the directors, but usually articles provide for resignation of a director. And even if the articles are also silent about resignation of directors, um, there is no such bar for directors to resign. And so generally, like everyone else, they have to submit a resignation letter and filling other any necessary obligations of the company, and and complying with any obligations with the registrar of companies. In that case, the director can resign. So that's it about directors of company under Companies Act. I hope you have understood today's concept, and I have also made several other videos. To check them out, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification button for more updates. Thank you.